Hi and welcome or welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. So it is actually Wednesday, so I never started this week's vlog, which I normally remember to do and then I go like quiet for a couple of days, but this week I just forgot to start it completely. So it's Wednesday evening and I'm actually at an event tonight, so hopefully I'll get to get a bit of footage for that, but I thought I'd just pop in and kind of give you a quick hello, start this vlog. I just actually finished a book called Breakneck Point, which I may or may not have mentioned in last week's vlog. I've just been reading that on audio and had quite a long drive, so finished that. It was quite good. I will tell you more kind of like comprehensive thoughts and feelings at some point. It was weird because one of the narrators was the killer, and one was the detective trying to like find out what was happening, and that was like kind of sinister being in the mindset of the killer, but you knew that from like the outset. But I did quite enjoy it. I thought it was really good. It was like weird and a bit it was very dark, but it really like kept me reading, and when I wasn't like listening to it I just wanted to be reading it to find out what was going to happen. But anyway, I'm gonna head off now, but I will properly update you tomorrow, I promise. Hi, it is a bit later on Wednesday evening and I thought I should give you a proper update. I have literally just got home. I didn't manage to take much video at the event, but it was also a private Waterstones event, so I felt a little bit weird videoing it. But essentially Hachette put on this event for Waterstones booksellers, so I have a lot of books to show you that I got from that event. It was really cool to have like a lot of booksellers in one room, which I really enjoyed. It had a great atmosphere, but I thought at first I'd just give you a little bit more discussion about Breakneck Point, which I just finished today, and I did mention this earlier, but essentially this is a crime that is came out in April, so it is out now, at least in hardback I presume, that is following Ali Diamond, who is a CSI for North Devon Police, and there's a body of a young woman found in the seaside town that she works in, and she follows the evidence wherever it leads. And it kind of follows on from there. It follows her and it also follows the killer of these young women. And it's very good, I must say. I listened to the audiobook, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was really good. But it was quite sinister, it was quite dark, so go into this with caution. It's also funny because this is there's made up places in this, but they sound like other North Devon places. So there was like Barnston, which I presume is Barnstable, but like I loosely know some of the places that she was talking about, which was quite cool. But yes, quite sinister, quite dark, but I did enjoy reading it. It did really make me want to read on. I really wanted to know what was happening, so I was thinking about it a lot when I wasn't reading it. So I would recommend it if you're into crime fiction. Before I tell you the books I got at the event, I am going to just unwrap these boxes that have arrived. I swear I know what one of them is, but I'm not sure what the other one is. Oh, actually, I think I know what they are. I have so many books today that I have got with these editions because I have an entire bag of proofs to show you that I got from the Hachette event tonight. So the first one is my hardback copy of I Kiss Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. I do have a proof copy of this, so I'm not sure whether I'll keep both of them, but I just didn't cancel this order in the end. Oh my god, it's got like it's not what I expected from the inside of the underneath of the dust jacket. But yeah, this is a sapphic YA book. I think this is YA. I think it's like Casey McQuiston's kind of first proper YA book that is following Shara Wheeler, who kisses Chloe Green and then vanishes before graduating from Willow Grove Christian Academy. So it does go into a lot of religious stuff as well, as I've heard. I did want to read this before it came out, but that wasn't happening. I just didn't have the time, but I am excited to have a finished copy. And then I also have a copy of The Dance Tree by Kira Millward Hargrave, and this is one I also pre-ordered. It is absolutely stunning. I have all of Kira Millward Hargrave's books, and I have a lot of them in exclusive editions, so I thought I would pre-order this one, which has beautiful sprayed edges with these little birds on, bees. I'm not sure what they are. And it's signed as well. This gold I wasn't sure about in pictures, but it is very pretty. It has these end papers, and then under the dust jacket it is plain, but it is still very beautiful as a copy. So this is the, I'm presuming, yeah, Waterstones exclusive signed edition. So that is 2 books I've received from Waterstones while I haven't been here the past few days. And then I also have an entire bag full of books to show you. So let's just quickly go through these before I go to bed. The first one is The Last Party by Claire Mcintosh, which is a crime thriller set on New Year's Eve in North Wales, and North Wales was what got me because I love North Wales. And then we have The Escape Artist by Jonathan Friedland, which is a non-fiction about 2 guys who escaped Auschwitz, and it is their story. And then we have This Is Gonna End in Tears by Liza Klaussmann, and this one is a thriller set in 1984, and it sounded like We Were Liars to me, but like for an older audience, because it follows Miller, Ollie and Ash, who are best friends, but it's them like years on, so it's when they're in their 40s. And I think this is a thriller. I don't know, I got the impression. I'll read you the like little tagline at the bottom. It says, "Some summers are spent yearning for something to happen, others are charged with the terrifying, exhilarating feeling that everything is going to change." I don't know, I feel like it's a thriller. I should also tell you, so the release date for this one is the 7th of July, this one is the 9th of June, and this one is August 2022. I also got a chapter sampler for Wild, which is Amy Jeff's new book. She also wrote Storyland. I got Small Angels by Lauren Owen, which is a fantasy book that is released in August, on the 2nd of August. I got Vaxxers by Sarah Gilbert and Catherine Green. This is about the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine. This is more for my boyfriend than it is for me, because I feel like he will be interested to read the story. I got Tupelo Blue. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I've heard the author say it tonight, so I should really know, but Tupelo, I think it's Tupelo Blue, by James Cahill. Again, I've heard his name tonight, so I should know really. This one comes out on the 9th of June, and I think this is a romance, kind of. Yeah, coming of age story in 1990s London, but it is following somebody who's middle-aged, but it's him kind of coming of age, leaving his old life behind and discovering himself as a gay man. Do love this cover, this is really, really beautiful. And then I have The Three Dahlias by Katie Watson. This one sounds so good. This is like Agatha Christie but modern age, and it's set in an old country house, and it comes out in July. Very, very excited for this one. Love that they've done exclusive hardback proofs as well. It just makes it extra special. And then we have a middle grade, which is Sharde and Her Shadow Beasts by Rachel Fashuroti. I'm sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. But yeah, this one is really exciting as well. I think it deals with grief. Yeah, grief let the monsters in. Finding her voice will banish them, and it's also about courage and finding courage, and is being likened to A Monster Calls. And I heard the author talk about this and really wanted to read it. And then last but not least, I have Notes on Heartbreak by Annie Lorde, which is a romance story told in reverse. So it's basically starting with when they broke up to when they got together, I think, rather than the other way around. And I've heard somebody talk about this. It might be Book Browsing Blog, but I'm excited. Really like this simplistic proof as well. And then last but not least, there is a chapter sampler for Girl Crush by Florence Gibbon. That is all of the books I've acquired tonight, which is a lot. There is a whole pile next to me, but it's also very exciting. I had a very good night, so I am looking forward to a lot of these books as well. It's just a lot of new books in one day. Probably more than I've like ever had, but yes, very exciting. But anyway, I'm gonna go shower, go to bed, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Hi, it is Friday night, and I thought I'd just update you. I think I forgot to update you guys yesterday, so I'm sorry about that, but I am here with a quick update because I actually finished a book that I don't think I've mentioned yet, which is Piranesi. I started this one on Wednesday night, and I've listened to the audiobook of this one, and I actually finished it today. I quite enjoyed this. I am really glad I picked up the audiobook because Joe recommended it to me. And I found it hard to track down, but I did track it down and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so good on audio. I really think they did a good job. I think the narrator was absolutely perfect for the role. And it was, yeah, brilliant. I really enjoyed it. It's not something I would usually read, so I was a little bit like I didn't quite know what to expect. This one is not Greek mythofiction as some people might expect, and I think I've probably said on one of my videos or two of my videos. Follows Piranesi, who lives in this house, in this kind of labyrinth, and he's, as far as he's aware, he's like on his own. And then he comes across another person who's in this labyrinth, and there's also messages being left for him, all of this stuff happening. So it's kind of like a mystery with this like big labyrinth, and it was really interesting. And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It was not what I expected, but I also don't know what I expected. But yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I wouldn't say it's like a new favourite, but it was very enjoyable, and I can see why Joe has listened to the audiobook multiple times because it is really interesting to read, and it also has an absolutely beautiful writing style which I really liked. So yeah, listen to that one on audiobook and I quite enjoyed it. I am actually going to start listening to Sorrow and Bliss tomorrow as an audiobook, so I'm going to move on to that, which I've heard this is kind of like Ghost by Dolly Alderton, which I also absolutely loved, so I am excited for that. I've also managed to read a little bit of What Time Is Love now here, so I'm not that far through. I am at 67 pages through, but I am enjoying this a bit more. I'm hoping that I'll get a chance to kind of read more over the next few days, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes. And I also have a little bit of book mail which I did open earlier rather than on camera, but this is Out There, Into the Queer New Yonder by a lot of different authors, but edited by Sandra Mitchell, and this is published by Harper 360, who sent it to me. Thank you so much to Harper 360. I requested this from them last week, I want to say, and this is a proof copy, so yeah, I'm really excited. This is, I think, 17. Is it 17, or am I just pulling that like out of nowhere? It is 17. I don't know where I read that. I must have seen that. Oh no, it does say on the back. I thought it didn't say. 17 of today's most exciting LGBTQ YA authors have penned original short stories in this extraordinary new anthology featuring queer teens in the future. So it's a sci-fi, but it's queer and it's short stories, and I love the cover so much. And there is also actually 2 other futuristic anthologies which are called All Out and Out Now. Out Now is called Queer We Go Again, which I love. That is so good. So yeah, very excited to read this one. I do love the design of this cover, so thank you to Harper for sending me that one. It was nice to get home to some book mail today. I needed the little boost. But yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit more of What Time Is Love this evening, and hopefully tomorrow, and start this one tomorrow, which I'm very excited to share my thoughts and feelings on. Hi, it is Sunday and I am here to end this vlog. Sorry this vlog has been a bit patchy. It has been a really stressful week and it hasn't been great, to be honest, so it has been a little bit patchy because I just haven't felt up to vlogging really. But I'm here to wrap up this vlog, and I feel like we've still had like some long clips in here, so hopefully it doesn't end up being like super short. But anyway, I thought I'd just wrap up what I've managed to read in the past few days. I also got a book yesterday from the publisher, so this is from Head of Zeus Publishing, and this is double booked by Lily Linden. Which sounds very interesting. I really like this proof copy. You get stickers that you can put on the book itself to kind of determine which character you are, and I say which character, I mean which half of the main character, because this book follows Georgina, who is a 26-year-old girl or woman with a routine, schedule dates with her long-term boyfriend, teach piano to inept children, and repeat until dead. Perfect. but then she deviates from her usual timetable and sees the indie lesbian pop band phase, and then she realises she longs to play her own music again. She wants to be just like them, and their drummer is really hot. So she basically starts living this double life that she's Gina by day and George by night, and it takes a lot of planning to be this like double person. So I'm excited to read this one. I don't know how it's gonna like be, because I feel like it's one of those plot lines that I could really hate because it's like cheating. I really hate that kind of thing in a book. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna take it, but the author is actually going to be at Yelk, so when I saw this available to request, I thought yes, I'll request it, and they've sent me a copy, so yeah, interesting. I don't know what to make of it, but we will see. And I have also been reading a little bit more of What Time Is Love. I am now getting near the halfway mark. Really need to step up my game if I'm going to read my May TBR, to be honest. This one has definitely been quite a slow one in comparison to what I've been reading recently, but I am actually getting into it now and I'm enjoying it. I just don't really know where this book's going to go, because this is following two characters who meet again and again over the years. So it's like it shows the characters, or one of the characters, being born, and then it shows about 20 years later when they meet, because yeah, they meet every 20 years, or they're always 20 when they meet, so it shows them 20 years later when they actually meet, and then falling in love and them not working out. And I've been through one of those now, and I'm in the second one, and I just don't know where it's gonna like go, like what's gonna work, because I feel like seeing these characters go through so many situations where it doesn't work out, I don't know if I'm gonna be that invested when it does. So I don't know. I guess stay tuned, watch my next vlog if you want to see what my final thoughts and feelings are on this, because I am not sure what they're going to be. But I do like the writing. It's just not like fast, and I feel like I kind of need fast-paced books at the moment. But then talking of, I've also picked up Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason, which I've picked up the audiobook for, and this one is following Martha, who is a depressed woman. She's had depression for a very long time, and essentially she kind of has like this perfect life. She has a great job, she's got a great husband, they've been together for a long time, but like things aren't quite working out. She feels like something's broken and she doesn't really know why. This one is very darkly funny. I've been listening to the audiobook of it and I'm really enjoying it so far actually. It is, yeah, very funny, but in like a brutally honest, unflinching way, and it's kind of a deep dive onto friends and family and perceptions and depression and mental health, and I know that there is a illness in here that is not ever named and it's just called Dash, but it's interesting because at the start of the audiobook there's a note that says that the illness will be told as X, so I guess they can like say it in the audiobook easily. So yeah, interested to see where that goes. I've heard nothing but good things about this, so, and I've also heard that it's kind of similar to like Dolly Alderton's Ghosts, but in a kind of like slightly different way. So yeah, I loved Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, so I'm excited to see where this one goes and carry on, and I'm reading the audiobook of this one. So anyway, I'm gonna head off now, go to work. I thought I'd just wrap up this vlog before I headed off. It's very dark and rainy today, so maybe it'll be quite a quiet day, but we will see. So yeah, I'm gonna head off. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Sorry it has been a little bit short, but I will see you in the next one. Bye.